Hey everybody, Toonami dropped a spoiler-filled trailer this week, and the kids love it. With the movie just a few days away, let's talk about what final hits the trailer revealed to us.
And whether Rebecca finally pulled the wool over the CN sensors and created a crotch gem.
I'm GC13.
And I'm David.
Well, we have some more serious stuff that we want to get into, mostly about the star of the movie, Bendy, but there are some trailer tidbits to get through first.
So first of all, we know that Pink Diamond had the ability to create life. We've seen Steven do it with Watermelon Stevens, but now Steven just spawns flowers, I guess? I don't know how far that direction goes in this movie.
I got the impression that that was just a thing he did, perhaps foreshadowing for him being able to fix the planet after Bendy really messes it up.
It's going to require a lot of spit or a lot of tears.
Or him just getting super chill on his hill.
So the Bright Stuff gem, or perhaps the crotch gem, exists in this movie. Every time I look at her, I cannot come up with another anatomical designation for the placement of that gem other than crotch. But her skirt is seemingly below her gem, so maybe it is her stomach.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with stomach on this one, although it looks super uncomfortable just the whole way her body is.
It's a very bold choice. I don't know, it feels like Ian Jones-Gordy drew that. That's like a Meat Beat Mania type gem placement there.
Although, since you've had me looking at that screenshot so much, I will say this. Both of the Nephrites helping carry that girder are cutie pies, but I have to give it to Pigtails one because Pigtails is visual shorthand for an adorable character.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see even more adorable gem designs, because I guess we're just going to see hundreds of new gems wandering around this colony.
Now that we have Little Homeworld to visit.
Yeah, even the name is just trying to be as cute as possible.
So, did you like Lars treating his friends outside of the Big Donut?
I don't know if he has a traveling table of tummy ticklers or if he's actually selling these wares as part of a new Big Donut venture.
Yes, perhaps he is the new owner and proprietor of the store formerly known as the Big Donut. I nominate the Big Ube as its new name.
It's not like the Big Donut ever seemingly had a manager or owner before.
Yeah. Although I do hope that he kept Dewey on as his manager. He can be the talented genius chef, and Dewey can bring discipline to the Big Ube.
We definitely need a Mayor Dewey head-shaped cream puff at the top of one of Lars's ube rolls.
I mean, it's not a store without one. But that's just the fun little stuff we noticed in the trailer. What we're really here for is the hard-hitting villain action, and we got a lot of Bendy in this trailer.
Yeah, her character's really been expanded here, and I'm obviously really excited to see it in the movie, but Pearl's relationship to Bendy is fascinating. Pearl says it can't be when she sees Bendy arrive, but she doesn't necessarily say it in too shocked fashion or even with a particularly afraid expression. She's like cautiously surprised to see her again. And as we had sort of looked at the track list too, it kind of seems like Bendy's arc in this movie might not start with her immediately being a villain.
I don't know. I'm still not convinced. Also, Pearl's tone to me mostly says, I thought you were dead. That's kind of what I get the impression of. But what I'm most interested in is they're still not telling us her name in the trailer. Like, we know her name from that behind-the-scenes leak, but they're still not letting us know yet. And they left it very open-ended as to specifically who Bendy was to Pearl in the past. Was she a very high-ranking homeworld gem? Was she a former friend of Pearl or Rose? Perhaps she was a courtier of Pink Diamond? They're leaving it wide open for us.
Speaking of wide open, Steven did not block his face at all when he got punched straight on the nose. Steven getting punched in the face is shorthand for this movie being super serious. Remember when Steven got a bruised eye from Jasper in The Return? You knew things were serious then. They really overemphasized Steven getting knocked back, and I'm excited to see Bendy be particularly violent. We really haven't had a truly aggressive gem since Jasper at the end of season 1. And so I'm excited to see someone who's just mean and will be a much harder fight to win over with love and music.
I do agree that I like having a good, proper, menacing villain, but, like, Jasper was great, but I love the characterization of Bendy through her voice, like, just the, "Are you Steven Universe?" And then when he answers yes, perfect. Oh, It gives me chills. I love that voice acting.
Yeah, if only Steven had said that he was his mom. The fact that he finally got through this arc and now accepts his own identity really didn't come in handy in this situation.
Yeah, there have been like a million cuts of him answering no when she asks, and her just, oh, and then leaving. I think what they should have done is they should have cut in Steven from Keeping It Together, where he shakes his head, then he nods, then he just shrugs like he doesn't know what answer he's supposed to give here.
Yeah, Bendy definitely has a whole clown vibe going on, though, and everyone knows that everyone is afraid of clowns. So it's a great choice for her to be both silly and expressive, like we need a good cartoon character to be, but also be just kind of freaky. She's got sort of big feet in some shots of this trailer, and I guess her face tear streaks are sort of like face paint. So there's, it's kind of mild, but I think the clown vibe is what they're going for.
Well, I mean, if she's not redeemed, she can always go back to hanging out in storm drains, right?
Yeah. Maybe she can befriend more gems from Little Homeworld with balloons and throw them into the cluster? I don't know what her ultimate goal would be as an it monster.
I mean, as far as clowns go, she doesn't seem to be that happy in all of the scenes.
No, she also really hates singing, and though it's sort of been hinted at that the characters are aware that they're singing in the show. Obviously, Pearl knows that Greg was singing in Mr. Greg, the Don't Cost Nothing song.
And it was very crucial to the story of Coach Steven, the characters be able to hear each other singing.
But now, this whole musical that happens, Bendy is explicitly hearing them sing every one of these songs, which I think is just hilarious. That somehow everyone knows the lyrics to all these songs and they're just incredibly capable at on the fly coming up with perfect lyrics and perfect melodies.
Yeah. Hey, do you remember That Will Be All? How the Pearls were able to sing perfect backup for Yellow Diamond's song? I maintain my hypothesis that the gems are able to subconsciously network with each other to do that.
And yet Peridot doesn't even know what music. Well, she didn't know what music was.
She's not for entertainment. That's not her job. I do also want to point out, in the trailer, we do see Bendy fighting gems other than Garnet, so alas, there goes any special attachment she might have to Garnet, which is a kind of a shame, because it would have been nice to have a contrast with True Kind of Love there, but I guess she could have a Bad Kind of Love still. We don't know all the elements they'll introduce in the movie.
According to the track list, she probably damages and poofs Garnet first, so that's probably her first conflict, but it doesn't seem to be something that carries out as a theme throughout the movie, which is probably a good thing since the movie is kind of about equally reminiscing on the journeys of all the crystal gems and not really honing in on one.
So we just have a few days left until the movie. It's going to be great to see, but there is one big downside for me. I'm not going to have any good excuse to call Bendy Bendy anymore once her name isn't a spoiler anymore. I mean, I guess I could keep using it, like everyone every so often calls Garnet Square Mom. I'm just going to have to hope that works.
Bendy Mom will always be Bendy Mom in our hearts.
Even our upside-down crystalline hearts.